What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being confident? What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being confident? It's time to get bam! I'm back. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Today's topic is confidence. Confidence matters. So I did this last week. I'm going to do it again. If you heard this song and you know the name of the song, just drop me a comment. If you're the first to comment on what was the song that I opened up to, was the name of the song, who's the artist, I'll send you a copy of my Great Sports Minds Athlete Journal. So my name is Ann Zaprazny, and I have been jumping on to kind of share behind the scenes, talk a little bit about what do we do in our 8-week small group coaching program called RAVE. And today's topic is confidence, and specifically, confidence matters. So if you think about it, think about your life, both professionally and personally. When your confidence gets rattled, you generally take a step back. You're not as bold. You're not as brave. There's a statement, and it's not mine, but it says, one of the wealthiest places in the world is in graveyards, because there are so many ideas that are taken to the graveyard that people don't act on. And why don't they act on them? They don't act on them because they don't feel like they're confident enough to do it, and because of fear of failure. So I want to just talk about how my approach to helping people build their confidence is a little bit different, and why it matters. There are times in my career my confidence was absolutely solid, and there are other times where my confidence would dip. What helped me the most was that I have strategies that allow me to kind of fight that feeling of self-doubt and to lock in my confidence and know it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to go seek help. It's okay to ask someone to mentor you or to learn. So let me share with you a little bit about why the approach to shoring up your confidence is a little bit different in our program. So we definitely teach career success strategies in RAVE, and I've talked a little bit about those. We talk about how to communicate for impact, how to assess your personal brand. What is it? What should it be? Who knows it? How to grow your influence so that when you're in a room or a Zoom or a WebEx or Meet now, that your voice and your opinion is heard. And then the last piece on that career success strategy is, how do you grow your relationships and leverage your network, both within your company and outside of your company, so that it works for you. But today, I'm going to really jump to the other side of the house, where I weave mental performance skills into the dialogue every week. Why? Because they matter. How you show up at work impacts how successful you are at work. So let's talk a little bit about confidence. There's a major kind of teaching that says if you keep small promises to yourself every day, small commitments, I'll get up and work out, I'll drink 8 glasses of water, I'll eat a salad at lunch. If you keep small promises to yourself every day, your confidence will go up. And I agree with that to some extent, right? The more we keep commitments to ourselves, the better. But there's a second piece, and that second piece is to raise your awareness to what's getting in your way, and then understanding how do we chip away at those things that are getting in our way. So specifically in the area of confidence, things that chip away at our confidence include unrealistic expectations, right? So I'll give you mine, right? I'm going to go live 10 days in a row on LinkedIn. And you know what? I have no expectations. If some people join me live, terrific. But if I had an expectation that I've had an audience of 200 people joining me live, I would not have gone live on day 2. It was an unrealistic expectation. People don't know me that well. People don't know that I'm going live, right? So when we have unrealistic expectations, we can create a situation where it's not met. then it like triggers an emotional response. Oh, I mustn't be very good. And then it just puts us in this downward spiral. So as we weave through this 8-week small group coaching program, we get at the things that get in our way: unrealistic expectations, perfectionism, fear of failure. Fear of failure, right? So I'll use this as an example. So what if you go live and people don't like it? And what if you go live and people don't watch it? I'll survive. I'll watch the replay. I'll look at how I could do it better, and I'll step up to the plate and I'll do it again, right? But sometimes folks don't know how to address fear of failure. So what's unique about our offering is that we balance both the career success strategies that you need to be successful, and they're based on how I navigated my career. Very early in my career, I was a vice president in a loss control department. The department was probably 200 people. Maybe we had 30% of the department were female. No, 30%. 15% of the departments were females. I had to learn how to just navigate walking into a room full of men. And how do I lead a group of men? And how do I do that well? Then I eventually moved into a senior vice president role where I was an external hire in a very family-based environment. How could I assimilate? How can I connect and create strong relationships, right? And the strategy for me and all throughout my career was really having clarity on what the challenges might be, clarity on where I am, where I want to be, or where's our division, where I want to take it. And then working these very specific hard skills, coupled with really having a strong foundation. So what I love most is when we do these exercises in our 8-week program where we help each other, help the cohort kind of bust through what are their unrealistic expectations and how are they getting in the way. Bust through perfectionism and how is that getting in your way. Bust through fear of failure and how's that getting in your way. And it's so much fun. And it leads to real transformation with members of the cohort. So we go live starting Friday, February 4th. We go for 8 weeks. Every week is recorded. And if there's a conflict where, multiple folks can't make a date, we make an adjustment. If you miss one, it's recorded and it's easy to catch it up. And the program is really special because we go 8 weeks, a small group, plus I offer a one-on-one. So if you find, I want to grow my influence. I understand what we covered in the class. Let me work with them one-on-one to grow this. And I have a great example around that one. In last year's cohort, we had a commercial producer and a very seasoned commercial producer. And he, during our program, had a big prospect. And I asked him some questions about that. And basically, I pull my sales experience from one, being a sales leader of a $4 billion division. Number two, training with Randy Schwantz and the Wedge, training with Michael Dialis and Richardson Consultative Selling. So I have lots of experience. And so this producer was just so excited about this one opportunity. And I asked him a couple questions and he just kind of went quiet. And the opportunity didn't materialize. So in our one-on-one, I just kind of shared, here's some strategies, here's some things from my observation that if you can add them into your process, it'll change the game. So he's a really fun, super example because he revamped his sales process, jumped into video to kind of raise his brand online. And then 3, embraced another technique that I haven't talked about yet, that he uses at home with his wife around, really being intentional to be present. So Rave is about growing your skill set, being part of a fantastic community, and really making some personal transformations so that you're excited about your career and you're excited about your personal life. So we'd love to have you. I'm going to drop the link to the program in the chats. And again, the first person who sends me a note and tells me the name of the song that I used when we opened up boom, I'll send you a gift. All right, gang. Happy Monday. Make it a great day.